Hi friends, and welcome back to another video.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
By the name of the title, I'm pretty sure you guys know what we're gonna be talking about. So Miley, my fur baby, she did ended up passing away on April 29th around 7:45 a.m. Now that's mainly the reason why I haven't posted, just because I haven't been, how can I say it? So pretty much I'm still grieving her. It is very hard because she did mean a lot to me. And then for those that don't know who Miley is, she was my 14-year-old Chihuahua. Now I'm not gonna go into detail into like what exactly happened to her because it's still very fresh, and because it is very hard to speak about her without breaking down. But what I will say is, so last year she was diagnosed with the heart murmur grade 4, and then this year it ended up progressing into heart murmur grade level 5, which is the worst of the worst. And pretty much her little body couldn't take it anymore, so her heart did give out. So yeah, that's mainly why she passed away. And she did have other problems, but I'm not gonna go into detail about that because, like I mentioned, it is very hard to speak about it. And then also, please excuse this is just excuse me, this is just marker. My marker kind of exploded on me right now. So yeah, that's mainly why I haven't posted. Now I did film a video about, I think it was, I don't even remember honestly, but it was like a few days before Miley's passing. But I just never got to post it because this ended up happening, and I just didn't have the motivation to like edit and post and all of that. Like, I literally just wanted to be by myself. I didn't want to deal with nothing having to do with YouTube or just nothing. I just wanted to be alone. So yeah, I still have that video on my phone. I will eventually like edit and post, hopefully within a few days, because I do want to get back to my my cash stuffing, just so that I can stay busy, and like hopefully that can help me a little bit, because yeah, it's just very hard, especially like everything here in the house just like pretty much reminds me of Miley, and then like I'll be doing something, and then like instead of saying like my other pets names like Sierra, Simon, like I'll say Miley and then like it'll hit me, you know what I mean? So when Miley passed away, like I said, she passed away on a Monday. So later that day we did ended up getting her cremated, and it was very hard. Like, that was just so hard for me because I knew I had to let her go, and that was I'm sorry, I can't even speak about it without breaking down. But yeah, that was very, very hard for me. And then when we finally got home, my daughter is 3 years old, and she was very attached to Miley too, and she kept asking like, oh, when are we gonna go pick up Miley? Is she ready? Is she coming home? We forgot Miley. Like, she just kept saying all these things, and it was just making it harder for me like to deal with it. And like, she's only 3, so there was only so much I could tell her, but I think she finally understood, like that she's not coming back. Now we did get her cremated, so we do. Huh?
Angel.
Yeah, she's a little angel. So yeah, that's pretty much what I told her, that she was very sick, and now she's an angel and she's running free, and
Runny.
yeah, she's running. So yeah, it took a while, but I think she got it. Now after Miley's passing, that was a Monday. So then on Tuesday, not I was, but me and my family ended up attending a funeral for one of our family members. So I was still grieving over Miley, and then I had to go to this funeral, and that was just so hard for me, because like seeing everyone cry, and like you know, it was just making it even harder for me to deal with what I was already going through, right? So then the day after the funeral, you know, we had to go to the cemetery to say our, you know, to say our goodbyes and stuff. And that, like, literally, like, it tore me apart. Like, I just couldn't. Um, Not only because, you know, I was grieving over what was happening with Miley, but every time I attend a funeral, like, it just brings me back. Sierra was crying. Every time I attend a funeral, like, it just reminds me of, like, my mom, like when my mom passed away. And that, like, I guess you can say it's like flashbacks that happen. So I'm already dealing with what happened to Miley, and then I'm trying to be, you know, focus on this funeral and, you know, like at the cemetery and all that. And my brain was just like, I don't know, it just felt like I wasn't even there anymore, you know. It was just very hard for me. And then a few days,
I miss Miley.
yeah, I miss Miley too. And then a few days after that, well, you know, Mother's Day came around, and it was just hard. Like, I felt like I had so much going on all at once, that, you know, that's mainly why I haven't been here on YouTube, because, you know, I had a lot to deal with. And I know some of y'all might be like, you know, she's just a dog, or, you know, like why are you taking it so deep, you know, like why, like, you know. But if you guys have been following me for a while, you guys know, like, I love my fur babies. Like, my fur babies are everything. You know, I've always loved being around animals. You know, I even worked with animals for a good while, you know. But, you know, because I did ended up moving cities and stuff like that, you know, I did have to let that job go. But, you know, I love my fur babies, you know. And not only that, but Miley had been there with me through so much. Now, this is kind of personal, and not everyone, well, I don't even think no one here knows about this, but I just feel like I have to bring it up, because that way you guys could kind of understand why she meant so much to me. So Miley was a little rescue. She was a little rescue. Well, actually, all my dogs and my cat, even my cat, you know, they're all rescues. But Miley, when she came to me, she, like, literally changed my life. So my mom ended up passing away in 2004. She ended up passing in October of 2004. And before she passed away, like, I was living with my dad and my mom, of course, you know. And I had no siblings. Like, it was literally just us three, right? Yeah. It was just us three at the moment. So then when my mom passed away, it was just me and my dad, right? And you know, for personal reasons, you know, like, my dad's a good dad, and, you know, why not. But, you know, for personal reasons, I ended up moving in with my grandma, which she lived like 6 hours away from, you know, where I was at. So after I moved with my grandma, I think I was there probably, I don't know, a couple of months or so. And then she ended up sending me with my mom's sister. And then after living with my mom's sister for a good while, I ended up moving in with one of my dad's sisters. And then from there I went with another one of my dad's sisters. And eventually, like, there was a point where I was even living with one of my high school friends, like, you know. So I was, like, constantly moving, and I'm probably not even saying it in order of where I was moving, you know, place to place. But the point was that I was constantly moving. I don't even know when I actually stopped moving. For a couple of years, you know, I was constantly moving. And when Miley came, well, and before Miley came, I remember that every time there was, like, a holiday or, like, a family get together or whatnot, I was always struggling, because I would always see, like, oh, you know, this happy family, and, you know, everyone's, like, celebrating Mother's Day. And I remember I would always just be in the corner, because I always felt left out, like, always, you know. And then, like, also and then also I forgot, but, like, before I moved out of my dad's, so my dad ended up remarrying, you know, after my mom and this and that. And my relationship with my stepmom at the time, it was horrible. Like, that's all I gotta say. It was very horrible, which is one of the main reasons why I did have to move. But yeah, I'm not gonna go into detail because, like I said, my dad is a good dad. It's just, for personal reasons we did have to, separate. But yeah, I was literally moving from place to place. I always felt out of place. I always felt like I didn't belong nowhere. So when I finally got Miley, it literally changed me, because it was like, oh, now I have something to look forward to. Now, like, when I'm feeling lonely, like, Miley's there, like, it was always about me and Miley, and she was like my little partner in crime, and ever since then, like, I felt like, okay, now I have something to look forward to, like, now I know there's someone there that, it's like, hey, when is she coming home, or, just little things like that, made me get more attached with Miley. So yeah, Miley literally, whatever I was dealing with, like, she was there, and she was like, I guess you can say she was like my little emotional support animal, but she was more like a family member to me. But yeah, she was there for me for, throughout everything. She was even there before I even met my husband. Like, that's how mine and Miley's bond was, like, But yeah, that's why I feel like her loss, like, literally affected me so much, because, she had been there for me for so long, and I know it might be a little bit difficult to understand, but me and Miley had like a very strong bond, even though she was a dog. And I knew she couldn't talk to me, but just her being there, like, she knew what was up, And I feel like that's why, this has really taken a toll on me. But I guess, yeah, I just wanted to vent a little, let you guys know what's been going on. Because, mainly I haven't been here on YouTube. And then also, like I did mention, I did get her cremated. So I did post a video on my TikTok, so I'll put my TikTok information here on the screen in case you want to go and look at the little video that I did post. But yeah, I also want to say, thank you to everyone who commented on Miley's little, because I did make like a little short here on YouTube, just to let you guys know that, that she was gone. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that commented on there. I know I haven't really replied to any comments. I probably haven't even like actually clicked on the little hearts on the comments. Like, that's how like unmotivated I had been. Like, I didn't want to deal with nothing. Like, even though I was reading it, like, I just didn't want to deal with anything. But I feel like what's been helping me is just trying to keep busy, like, because as soon as like I just sit down and like, I don't know, I guess look around the house, like, I start getting like, like, oh, I miss her and this and that, which is not a bad thing, because I did love her, so of course I'm gonna miss her, but it really starts hitting me once I sit down and start looking at her stuff. So yeah, I just try to keep busy. Like, the first few days I didn't even want to be home because that's how bad it was hitting me. But yeah, anyways, like I said, I just wanted to vent. I wanted to let you guys know what's been going on. But and for those that have been praying for me and my family because of what happened with Miley, I just want to say thank you so much. That really does mean a lot to me. But yeah, like I said, I will be hopefully editing that video soon, so that way it can be posted here. Yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching. And if you made it this far, just go ahead and comment a little purple heart so I know you made it to the end of the video. And I hope to see you on my next one. Bye, friends.
Bye,
Say
bye.
bye.